Well, here we are. We're coming back at you with another wheat cutting video here. So this particular field that we are in, I am almost done with. And then we have to move several miles to the north of where we're at. And I need to pull a few of the guys off from baling straw and picking up bales and stuff to help me move to the next farm that we're going to. This is a decent stand of wheat here. It's not the heaviest wheat we've been in, but it's standing quite nicely. And it's making a pretty good windrow of straw. I've only got, this little bit left. This is only a couple 100 yards long here. Every once in a while the deer come out of the woods there. And they come out here and screw around for a little while. So we've got to get done with this, then we've got to move. We've got somewhat of a mess in this field over on the south side of it. We've got frickin' grass growing like you wouldn't believe. We're gonna have to come in here with a hay bind, cut it. Because I want to seed this down to alfalfa. I want to cut that, chop it, get rid of it so that when we come in here and till it, it doesn't have all that residue left on top of the ground. This is land that we rent. There's actually two landlords here. There's one that owns the parcel that we're on, and then halfway between here and them trees that sit out in the middle of the field, there's another landowner. The other landowner had mentioned something about a lot of geese being over here last fall. We paid no attention to it, and we're not sure if maybe the geese didn't maybe pluck out all the seed that we had in the ground, and then because of the non-existence of the wheat growing, it allowed for the weeds to come in. But I can't really blame it on the geese. We had a situation in this field, boy, I don't think it was last fall, but I want to say it was the fall before. The corn was terrible in that section of the frickin' field. So, if memory serves me correctly, and if there was a problem with the corn, and we've got other problems there. So what we're going to do is cut that with a hay bind, disc bind, Pottinger mowers, whatever you want to call them, chop it, get it out of there. Hit it with a round of herbicide right now. Kill it, kill off what's there. Disc this up, plant it down to alfalfa, and then I'll put a herbicide resistant alfalfa in here, and then maybe we can't correct that problem that we have over on that side of the field. We have done minimum till in this field. There's quite a bit of stone in here. We no-tilled it one year. I think I actually have some video in here from when we no-tilled it, and the past years prior to that and forward of that, we had just done minimum till, just disking and what have you. We have never chisel plowed this, so that's what it probably needs. Is it needs a good swift kick in the ass with a plow, probably. So we'll get this done. We'll show you what that mess over there looks like. It is rather embarrassing, but if I show you how well this side of the field looks, then you won't laugh too hard when we get over on that side of the field. Again, I'd like to be like every other clown and blame it on this, blame it on that, but I don't think there's really anything, you know, pest-wise to blame it on. There's just something going on with that side of the field, and I seem to have remembered something vaguely happened in past years that maybe we should have addressed. Now, there's a little pond over in there, and you can just barely see a deer standing there eating some grass on the side of that pond. The guy that owns this, he's an avid hunter. He's got several deer cams up around the field here, and I would have to imagine that he's got that deer right on video or got pictures of it. So I don't know if Anthony watches this stuff that we put on here or not, but if he does, he'll know what I'm talking about. So let's get this clipped off, picked up, combine, what have you, and we'll show you our green mess over on yonder. Alright, back at you in a little while here. Alright, so we are done with this field here, and what we're doing now is we're crawling across this field. And it was a little light in that short round section that we were in. The grain yielded pretty good here, and you can kind of see we got a pretty good sized straw windrow. And I had some questions in the last video. What do you do with the wheat? Well, we sell the grain. We use the straw for bedding in our pen packs and our calf hutches. We don't feed it, yet guys do feed it to help with room and to help with some issues that they have with their dry cows. We don't feed it. So we come into this section of the field here from about here going south, and there's probably 3-4 acres here that is just all weeds. There's no wheat growing in it. I cut through some of it. I tried to pick up all the wheat that there was here, but it's bad. It's miserable, real miserable looking. Let me get over the top of this little knob here. And as you can see, this is the only spot in the field that is like this. See how thick this is? And there is no wheat here. So this has been sprayed. You've seen the spray tracks. You've seen the ruts in the field. This has been sprayed. We've put urea on this, which there wasn't much growing when we put urea on here. But our spray guys come in here with herbicide. They came in here with nitrogen. And they, of course, come in here with fungicide. So I haven't really talked to our guys on whether or not they have, you know, skipped them areas with the fungicide. I would assume so, because I didn't see any spray tracks in there. This is not wet ground. It's a little damp over in that far corner that we came out of, but it wasn't, you know, wet like it was super wet, you know. So we've got to get that sorted. What I want to do, like I was saying earlier, I want to come in here with a hay bind, cut this, chop it, get rid of it, dump it, and disc this up and seat this down. So we'll get to the next field here. Just dumped off. Get our header loaded up on the cart, and we'll get on out of here. Alright, so here we go. We are ready to pull out of here. We don't do this that often, but we're going to pull the header cart with the combine, because I don't know when my help is going to be here to help me move, and I don't need them here right away, or to the field that we're going to be going to right away. So we're going to take this with us, pull it behind the combine. This setup weighs about 7,000 pounds, and it's not the greatest thing to do as far as pulling all this weight behind your combine, but we're going to do it. I put a hitch on the left side of this frame, and what that does is it puts the header directly behind the combine as far as width goes, because we do hang off this right hand side quite a bit with the header. The header's a little wider on the right side than it is on the left. So I've got the hitch off centered on the combine, and then the header, the way it is no wider than the combine when it's behind the combine. When we run down the road with it behind a truck, pickup truck, you have to crowd the center line, or you're putting the horns on the edge of the head, which is on the right side. You're putting them off in the dingweeds or in the mailboxes and signs and whatever. So we've got a slow journey to the next field. The help will be along here in a while to help me get moved, or move the trucks rather. I'll bring my pickup over and those 3 trucks. So we'll make our way on yonder. So we'll see you guys when we get there. Alright, here we go. We got the header unloaded. We drove that all the way over here. And we've got some trucks waiting for us to get in. We come across a long laneway here that goes out through the dingweeds and the swamp and everything else. And the trucks are waiting to get in, so we're going to make a landing here. We'll get this done, and they'll be able to pull trucks in. They'll get hooked onto that header cart, and they'll yank this header cart out of here. Branch down right there. Got a low-lying branch right there. Gotta watch out for that. So we're just going to turn around here and make a landing. We'll show you what things look like. Alright, well, we are into this second field that is back in here. We're right alongside the New York Thruway. This is I-90. We are in Warner's. So this is cutting very well. Nice clean crop going through the machine, and everything has been working beautifully. It's my second time around this field. My first time around, kicked up a big buck over on this far side. And he had a pretty good sized rack on him. I didn't get the camera going in time, and yeah, I just wasn't able to get a picture of him. But maybe he'll come out in a little while here again. But the other field that we started in is just on the other side of that hedgerow there. That one cut pretty good, and the trucks are staged over in that other field there. So we've got about a bin load on. We'll take this over and dump it on the trailer, and we'll just keep cutting away here. Kind of a uneventful afternoon, if you will. But that's what we want. We don't want any problems or what have you. So we're going to keep plugging away here. Get to the end of the field here,